Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go over some of the scholarships that we offer at Huron. And if you have any questions at all or really want to make this a discussion, please either type in the chat or you're welcome to unmute yourself and have a conversation. So at Huron, we're committed to making the university accessible for all. And that's why we provide $2.8 million in scholarships and bursaries to our students each year. So with a limited enrollment of just 1,500, we're able to ensure that our students have the necessary funding available so that they have access to our elite yet accessible education. So some of the scholarships that we have at the university fall under different categories. So our merit-based scholarships are ones that are strictly on your academics, and they're based on grades only. We're not looking at leadership or resumes or so forth. It's strictly just looking at your transcript and the grades that you've achieved. We also have some need-based scholarships, which is based on financial need. So they could be a range of scholarships or bursaries or a combination of the both. And when we're looking at need-based scholarships, we want to make sure that through your financial aid, through bursaries and scholarships, again, you're able to achieve your education and be not having to stress about money and just concentrate on your studies. So there's also a series of themed or named scholarships. So these are typically provided by donors, and they may be very specific to something that's important to that donor. So it could be something like our Margaret Blocker Scholarship that is awarded each year to a female recipient from Northern Ontario, or it could be based on a program that you're in. It could be based on one of your achievements. So these are ones that you really want to do your research on and be able to see which ones that you may qualify for. At Huron, we really try and make this process seamless for you and identify what opportunities are available to students and provide you with the notifications. It can be very overwhelming applying for university and applying for all the scholarships. So we want to make sure that we provide you support and also remind you of deadlines and so forth. There's also scholarships that may be external from the university. They could be through maybe one of your parents' employers. It could be through your high school. It could be through other government funded. So all these combinations together can be used and kind of stacked together so that you're able to use that towards your tuition. So for the application process, we have different ones that you can either apply for or some that are automatic. So at Huron, we have automatic entrance scholarships. And again, those are strictly merit-based and based on your grades. And then we also have scholarships that you need to apply for. So they may require an essay, maybe a resume, something to indicate why you should be the recipient of that scholarship or why you match the criteria. And then some of them require a nomination. So it could be a nomination from your school, maybe a coach, a mentor. So again, it's really important to read all of the criteria so that you can plan ahead and make sure that you have your identified person ahead of time so that they're able to have ample time to provide that nomination letter or whatever that may look like. So within our $2.8 million, we have about 90% of our students enter Huron on an automatic entrance scholarship. So these are provided once we receive your final grades, and they're again awarded automatically. So if you have an 82% average or above, you're automatically going to get this funding, and it can be renewed throughout your 4 years. The great thing about these entrance scholarships is that you can also combine this with other scholarships that may be application-based or named, or could also be automatic depending on the program that you're entering from. So one of our donors, Gary Barnes, developed this scholarship about a year ago. So he provides funding for 3 students each year that are going into the Ivy AEO program, or HBAs rather. So for the entering students, Gary Barnes scholarship, we do require students to have their AEO status, which Ivy would communicate that with us. There is demonstration of financial need, and this is an application based. So because the Ivy offers go out a little bit later, this one would be awarded to students probably in the summertime, once their final grades are received and all the criteria has been met. And this is an $8,000 one-time scholarship. So what we're doing at Huron for this is where students in their first year can have a maximum of first year tuition and fees, which is just over $8,000. So we would take the Ivy scholarship, combine it with our entrance scholarship so that your full-time fees are paid. And then once you're going into second year, then you would go into the automatic entrance scholarship. So you would be able to continue that. So we kind of piece it together a little bit to make sure that you're supported and then help you with renewing it in that process the following year. And again, Gary Barnes has alternate scholarships that are available to upper year students who are applying to go into Ivy in their second year, and then also students that are currently at Ivy. So there's the opportunity to keep on receiving this scholarship while you're going through the program. KPMG has not only been a great partner for hiring our students for paid internship experience, as well as hiring our grads, but they've also provided us with a one-time $2,000 scholarship for diversity inclusion. So again, this one is application-based, and students need to complete the application. It's due in June, and they need to be entering the BMOS program. And another business scholarship we have is provided by another one of our alumnus and board members. So Learners is a law firm here in London, and Yola Ventresca has created this scholarship for a female recipient who's going into business. So this, again, is another application-based scholarship where we're looking for a female student who demonstrates leadership, and it would be a short profile on yourself and how you think you would be a great fit for that award. And that's a $1,500 one-time scholarship. And again, these scholarships can be combined with your entrance awards, so you're able to achieve the maximum value, which is first year tuition and fees. So we even have an athletic scholarship for varsity athletes. So the picture of the female team, that's the Mustangs rugby team. And one of our alumnus, Linnea Strong, was a recipient of Frank Holmes, and she also was on the rugby team. And then we have Theo Lewis, who was a hockey player on the left. So this scholarship is available to one female and one male athlete each year. And it's $4,500 renewable. So that's $9,000 that you can have in your first 2 years of university that will fund your education and allow you to, really have that varsity experience and concentrate on your studies with having your tuition covered. So our highest value and most prestigious scholarship is our Helmuth Scholarship. So this one has a bit more of an application process where there's different components to it. And this is a full tuition scholarship. So your fees and your tuition is paid for your 4 years at Huron. So this application is due in February. And what we're looking for is students that have a 90% average. They have a strong CV of extracurricular involvement and leadership, as well as, commitment to their community. And this one also requires a school nomination. So whether it's a teacher or a counselor or someone at your school that knows you well and can provide us with more information about why you would be a good fit for this scholarship. So again, this one is due in February. So when you submit your application, you can find on our website the questions that are asked for the essay components. We're looking at your resume, as well as how you answer those questions, and the nomination, as well as your high school transcript. So if you are attending an Ontario secondary high school, we will have your grades electronically. But if you're attending one of the high schools out of province where you were required to submit your transcript to us, you just want to make sure that we have your most recent grades so that we're able to have an accurate picture of where your academics are currently at. So after you've submitted the application, the scholarship committee will review the essays, and they will shortlist to approximately 20 recipients who are then going to be extended an invitation to complete an interview. And then from that interview, 10 lucky recipients are selected. So again, this scholarship is provided each year. It's a combination of our generous alumni as well as a contribution from Huron. And these students receive full tuition throughout their 4 years at university. So when you're looking at completing your applications, whether it's for the Helmuth or whether it's for one of our other scholarships that require an application, you really want to provide as much information about yourself to the committee as possible. So, what are your achievements? What are your contributions? Why do you think you deserve that scholarship? What does it really mean to you if you were to be awarded? So you really want to go in depth and really be authentic. So you really want to, allow the committee to get to know yourself and make, a sound decision on who that scholarship is going to. We have so many amazing students at Huron who are committed to leadership and giving back to their communities. So, through this process, as well as our automatic and additional scholarships, we really want to make sure that you're rewarded for and recognized for your hard work. And once you become a Huron student, there's also additional scholarships that you can apply for. So this, if you're not awarded a Helmuth or so forth on your first year at university, please don't be discouraged. There's a ton of other funding opportunities available. So that's an overview about our scholarships. Again, the admissions office is here to help you. So if you have any questions about anything along the way, about your application, about how to apply for scholarships and upcoming deadlines, please make sure that you communicate with us. You can call us or email us or text us. We're always here to help. And again, make sure that you check your email because we're always sending out notifications, making sure that that you know what scholarship deadlines are coming up and that you have ample time to prepare. Does anyone have any questions at all? Okay, great. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. My contact information is here. So if you have any questions at all and you'd like to chat about that, please let me know.